Welcome back to the channel, YouTube. I'm Navy Dad. This is Rusted Bolt's Garage, and it's hotter than a brass tack on a Bunsen burner. Imagine sitting on that. Yeah. I don't know where that came from. It just kind of came out, but it literally is. It's 7:15 p.m. and it's 102 degrees inside my garage. So I'm not even drinking beer because that's just not cutting it. So I'm having a little Tito's Texas style. Anyway, okay. So I'd hoped this would be a single video of building the Summit Racing engine test stand, getting the 73 454 all set up, put it on there, and get it started. Yeah, well, it didn't happen. It's going to be two videos because I couldn't get parts, had other issues, and it's been so freaking hot, I just haven't been able to work out here. So this is spanning multiple weekends over the past month or so. So in this part, I'm going to go through and kind of do the basics of putting together that run stand. It's so easy to put together. It literally took less than an hour to put the whole thing together. Now, of course, then you've got to do all the wiring stuff because it doesn't come with anything. So you've got to source your own stuff. And I'll kind of go over that stuff. Now, I'm not going to do a complete wiring diagram. If you go to Google right now and search wiring diagram for an engine test stand, like 1,000 things are going to come up. I'll kind of go over what I did, some of the parts that I sourced, and put some links and things in there for some of the stuff that I bought. And then I will go over in depth just how I wired it. Again, I'm not going to do a complete diagram because I just kind of did it. and it's over engineered like I usually do. So take that with a grain of salt. So we'll go ahead and go through this, and then the next video will be wrapping it up, going over the engine test stand, and firing up the 1973 LS4 454 that will be eventually going into the Chevelle if I don't sell it. I may be selling it and putting it actually on Bring a Trailer later and selling it as a project because I've got storage issues now. As you know, everything's gone up in price, so I've got the Chevelle back home right now, but where I have the Corvette stored has literally almost tripled in 1 year for absolutely no fucking reason. Oh, I said that word. I hope YouTube doesn't get that. So anyway, let's get on with it. Okay, so here is the engine stand, and I was lucky enough to actually get one of just a couple left Black Friday 2020, and I got it for $379. I just looked at Summit's site, and they are now selling this thing for $729. Times have changed. People are just raising prices because they can. Anyway, it just comes with just the stand itself, and I didn't film putting it together because I put it together quite a while ago, and it's very simple. Just follow the instructions, and it takes you about 20 minutes. But I've added some few things to it so far. And I'm going to put links to everything that I have here to install everything that I can. Like that was just a Advanced Auto Rally's purchase for the tack. These gauges, this set right here, I actually got locally. Wow, that's really bright. Sorry. On Facebook Marketplace. And then the fuel gauge, just because there was an extra hole here. I got that on Amazon. I'll put the link in there. I think it was like 18 bucks or something. As the fuel cell that I got on Amazon, it has a built-in float, so why not use it? Hey, something else, if you look on Amazon, again, I'll put the links below. If you look on Amazon for this thing and you see complaints about people trying to open it and figure it out, in fact, one person I think actually sent it back, it doesn't screw off, people. So what they're trying to do, you do this and they think it screws off. It doesn't. It pulls straight up. You're only moving that thing. So it was kind of funny. I probably should post that on there. People, they're trying to unscrew it like this and it won't come off. So that's how that thing works. Okay, so other things I have, a lot of electronics over here, and this cheesy little switch panel that I got from Amazon, of course. And what I'm going to do is cut this, whoops, wrong side. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this down. I'm gonna build a little frame so it sticks out like this. It won't be that big because, you know, the radiator's got to be there. And that's where I'm gonna put my switches and fuses and that kind of stuff. There is a big Achilles heel with this thing. If you read the Summit reviews, you'll see what I'm talking about, and I'll show you right now. What you can see right there is the front of my engine hoist. Harbor Freight, of course. Of course, the original 2-ton Ram went out, and I've got 8-ton in there, so. But all of these freaking things are the same. I mean, if you go to Northern, it's black. Harbor's is red. Summit's is what, blue and green, or blue and yellow. They're all the same. Or I don't even know what color Summit's is, but they're all the same. They're all built in China, and they're all pretty much the exact same as far as height and that sort of thing. So let me show you. Herein lies the problem with trying to put the engine in a thing. As you can see, it will not go under there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make blocks to go in between here, and I'll show you how to do that. Summit, if you're watching, please talk to your manufacturer and have them build a set of 1.5 to 2 inch plastic blocks to put in between these, so the freaking engine hoists will fit under here. So this is right at 1/2 inch too low. So I'll show you how I'm going to remedy that. So this is a piece of solid oak, like shelf material or whatever, from Home Depot. It's 3/4 inch thick and 5.5 inches wide. So I'm going to cut it into a 5 by 5.5 and make blocks. Okay, well, don't try this at home. I should be doing this on the table saw. But it's over in storage, and I don't have time to go over and get it right now because I have to move a whole bunch of shit to get to it. So we're going to do it the jinky way, so I'm fully protected. Okay, now we got our 4 blocks. Time to drill some holes. Okay, so now we've got all 4 blocks in, and watch this. Look at that. Look at that. So now, so of course, once you have your hoist up, you can pop your engine right here. Before that, you couldn't do it. It was a real pain in the ass to do it. You have to push it and swing it and all sorts of crap like that. But that solves it. Well, a little bit better after a nice power wash. Of course, right now, I am completely covered in grease. Okay, well, it cleaned up pretty good after I power washed it. Not too bad. Nice patina to it. So, when the guy was hoisting it onto my trailer when I bought it, chain slipped, and as you can see, it just totally crunched the valve covers. But I have a set of very nice chrome with lots of rust and patina that I found on eBay that's going to be here shortly. It'll sort of look like an LS6. Yeah, it'd been fun if I'd forgotten the flywheel. Okay, done with the sketchiness. It's all bolted up now. These just bolt on, they slide back and forth until you get them in place. And I could probably have ordered some aftermarket mounting brackets, but that worked. I don't think it's too sketchy. I'll hold the weight. So yeah, so next up is we got to finish up the wiring, and probably gonna have to order a couple parts. Got to go to the junkyard and get a radiator and a fan. Okay, well, just apology to everybody. I went to the junkyard this morning, and I will tell you it's extremely hot, and I was soaking wet, and I was just in and out of there as fast as I could, but I didn't take y'all with me, and I apologize. So that is out of a 2000 Dodge Ram 1500, and that I have no idea what that is out of. I found it leaning against the side of Ford Expedition, but it's a Bosch fan made in the United States, and I can't find anything on any of those part numbers. But it is high output, and I tested it there, so that's going to be our fan for the run stand. And then when I got home, I just got to work. I didn't think about filming this. I don't know why. It just didn't. So this is my switch panel. I'll show you where that is going to go, though. And when I wire everything up, I'll show you how all that's going to work. But yeah, I just roughly measured, cut, drilled, threw it together in about 30 minutes. So let's go over and see where it goes. Okay, so this is where it's going to go. I've already got holes drilled for it, and so it's going to go right here and it's going to swing out. So yeah, the radiator's going to be here, but the radiator's big and the fan's big. But I'm going to actually make it, it's going to swivel. So it's going to come up like this, and the switch panel is going to be here. My fuse block is going to be right here too. But I'm going to have a little latch out here so that it can just sit in here while it's stored, and then while it'll be out here while in use, latch that way. You know, there's not blocking air and that kind of thing. Okay, so you know it's a little crooked there, but you know what, doesn't matter. So so the switch panel is going to go here, and then I'll have the fuse block up here. Okay, so we got our switch panel kind of set up here. Fuse panel here, ready to go. Plate and switch installed, and then I've got grommets for the wires that are going to come through for here, and then I'm also going to have relays right here. So I didn't go over how I did this because I just threw it together. I really didn't measure anything. I mean, it's called guesstimation, backyard engineering at its best, but just kind of show you what I did. All right, let's see. Okay, so I just put a couple screws through there and put a double nut on there to keep them stiff. And then this is just a holder, so when it's not in use, it does this. Just slide that down and push it back. And it doesn't lock all the way in between those poles because I screwed up. I slipped with the drill and I misdrilled it a little over to the side, but that's fine because now it won't touch the radiators. Well, as you can see, we're getting there. We're almost done. It's quite a substantial mess. It looks really bad, but it will be all nice and cleaned up. And actually had planned on having it running this past weekend, but we ran into this issue. Hi, welcome to Big Block Storytime. Oh, you haven't been here before? Well, first, it requires beer, so get you some. So today, we planned on having the 73 LS4 454 fired up on the engine stand. But we had issues. Amazon delivered an undamaged, sealed, empty bag. The starter that I got is for an automatic. I had not one but two broken distributors. Now I have one that might work. So hopefully the starter will be here tomorrow. And hopefully the other parts that Amazon promised me will be here tomorrow. But it does look the part, and it's pretty damn cool. Okay, so that's where we are today. and I definitely need a drink because I'm sweating like a pig right now. So that's where we are. So part two will be hopefully a little bit shorter. And again, I didn't want this thing to get long. This would have gotten really long. This would have been over 30-minute video. You don't want to do that. So next part will be, we'll be wrapping up that engine stand, doing a compression test on the engine, and then firing it up. I'm kind of excited about it. So here's kind of a sneak peek of what it looks like right now. And here it is. Starting to look purty. We've got our LS6 style valve covers. Actually, I bought those on eBay and the guy said they were repops. They're not. They're originals. And we've got this. Found this on eBay as well. It's got the AC Delco part number underneath from a 1970 Corvette with a 454 turbojet. 390 horse, of course. Pretty dang cool. So And here's our busted distributor. I got a new one coming though. I'm not going to mess with the trying to fix the dang things. So yeah. So hopefully we will get this going pretty soon here. And of course we are going to be getting back to work. Isn't it funny how everybody says we on YouTube when it's just me? I will be getting back to work on Old Blue here very shortly too, because next up is getting that motor cleaned up and getting it in the truck. And I may have a really cool surprise as far as the wiring harness goes too. So still waiting on that. That's going to be fun. Look forward to that. Boys, you be safe out there. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you next time. No beer this time. Texas Tito's. Refreshing.